series in Graham Care's Creative Choices Cookbook, now available for $21.95. To order, call 1-800-425-8700. That's 1-800-425-8700. Funding for Graham Care's Kitchen made possible by Steel-On, stainless steel non-stick cookware, advanced cooking technology for your home, Steel-On. Additional funding provided by The Dannon Company, Dannon Plain, a very healthy habit for life.
It is the policy of the Georgia Public Telecommunications Commission not to discriminate on the basis of political or religious opinions or affiliations, race, color, sex, age, physical handicap, or national origin. The Georgia Public Telecommunications Commission is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
You're watching member-supported Georgia Public Television, GPTV, bringing you the best.
Surviving the odds, being a young black male in America today.
I think young black men today, in a large measure, show great promise. But many of them need very strong mentoring and even tutoring. They need help in developing strong value systems, because I believe that a strong value system is very necessary in order for the young person of today to be able to make progress in this society and in tomorrow's society.
Surviving the Odds is a community outreach project of Georgia Public Television. For more information, call 404-756-4744.
In New York, the cops that cops called when they need help come from the emergency service unit. Today, they're trained not only by rescue and weapons experts, but by psychiatrists, too. Meanwhile, ants rescue caterpillars in the jungle, and we make airplane engines explode and cars crash, all in the next emergency edition of Scientific American Frontiers.
Watch your mail for this envelope. It's your chance to win GPTV's third annual Get With the Program sweepstakes with a grand prize trip for 2 to Switzerland and many more great prizes. Return your entry form now and get set to win.
Next time on Nova. On patrol in the Persian Gulf, tensions remain high. Top Gun pilots are at the ready, catapulting into the air at 150 miles an hour, then landing caught only by a hook. 5,000 men keep 80 planes constantly in the air, alert and ready to carry out any mission assigned to the aircraft carrier. That's next time on Nova.
Surviving the Odds, to be a young black male in America today. A special 7-part series that goes beyond the headlines to bring you the real story. Beginning Tuesday night at 9 with a live nationwide town hall meeting here on GPTV.
Bringing you the best. This is GPTV, Georgia Public Television, a member-supported broadcast service of the Georgia Public Telecommunications Commission. GPTV reaches 96% of Georgia citizens through a network of 9 stations.
This program is made possible through the underwriting support of the creative arts.
It's a thrilling spectacle that rocks the house. It catches the Beatles in the act of discovering themselves. Backbeat, rated R. Exclusive engagements now playing. Opens Friday in select areas.
Murphy throws a roast for Jim.
Let's fry his butt.
And Jim's red hot.
I'm going to kill you, Irving.
Murphy Brown.
6:30 tomorrow night on Fox 36.
Fox. You're watching it. Previously on Melrose.
Melrose Place is brought to you by Bad Girls, the new action western from 20th Century Fox. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
You touch her again, you're a dead man.
Friendship has a way of getting them in trouble.
I don't let my friends get hung.
Love has a way of putting them in danger.
But the only way they stand a chance
I'm going with you, Cody.
is to stand together.
If your laws don't include me, well, then they just don't apply to me either.
Bad Girls, rated R. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
With new Seabreeze facial cleansers, a sensational new way to wash your face from Seabreeze. With Seabreeze toner and astringents too. That cool, tingly Seabreeze sensation tells you they're deep cleaning to remove dirt and oil. Seabreeze helps bring out the natural beauty of your skin. New Seabreeze foaming wash, bar, scrub, whip cleanser, toner and astringents too. Seabreeze and beats just cleaning.
Remember when life was fun? All you had to do was pick a car and take a spin. Now the four-door Acura Integra can take you back. So bring your family, or earn them along the way. The Acura Integra Sports Sedan. Because the object of the game is to have fun. For ages 16 and up.
20-foot baskets. 300-point games. 100-yard courts. This is the future of the game, because an awesome new sports drink is here. All Sport. Unsurpassed taste. A third more carbs than Gatorade for energy. This is a body puncher. After All Sport, the game will never be the same.
I've been taken hostage.
Nobody'd be crazy enough to fake their own kidnapping.
Find out.
Until now.
They're gonna blow me up. And the house.
The house! Cheers, George Wendt and director John Candy in Hostage for a Day, a Fox world premiere movie.
Talking to me?
Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Heard the secret? Shh. It's a pretty panty that targets your tummy to control you where you need it most. The Playtex Secrets Panty Slimmer in new light control too. They really work.
The sun touched us. We felt like flowers in a field. And for a moment, we found heaven. Sunflowers, the spirited fragrance from Elizabeth Arden.
You know what the greatest nation in the world is, don't you? Dough Nation.
Simon Wilder is a scholar of the streets.
Are you a student? No, I'm a bum. But bear in mind, I'm a Harvard bum.
Who gives 4 Harvard students
We're roommates and we respect each other's space.
a reason to open their hearts.
If a woman is willing to give you her love, it's the greatest gift in the world.
Joe Pesci, Brendan Fraser, Moira Kelly,
That boy didn't go to Harvard for nothing.
with honors, rated PG-13. Sneak preview Saturday, April 23rd.
Look what some car makers have been offering. Air-conditioned glove compartment? What kind of feature is that? How about a feature like, won't leave me stranded on the side of the road? As in a reputation for dependability? Hey, you'll find it in one place, Toyota Tercel. The right amount of car for the right amount of money. And look, best model in its price class and initial quality. I get that from J.D. Power and Associates. They get it from Tercel owners. And that's a feature you won't find on any window sticker.
Here comes a new taste from the inventor of light beer. Introducing new Light Ice from Miller. The first, the only ice-brewed, less-filling beer. It's 100% ice-brewed for a taste that's more of what you want. Definitely light for less of what you don't.
What kind of beer is that?
It's new Light Ice from Miller.
We should have gotten a pizza.
$1 gets you unlimited toppings at Little Caesars. Now buy 2 pepperoni pizzas for $8.99 and get unlimited toppings for $1. And for $1 more, collect 2 cups from Disney's new Mighty Ducks movie.
Pizza, pizza.
When you meet with famous people, they're so used to performing. They spend a lot of time playing themselves. But if you stay with them long enough, there's always that point where they break and they're just being themselves. I mean, I can tell you about Fellini. He talked for hours and hours over coffee, walking. We went to his home. The way I was going to communicate that to our readers was through the little details of just his personality, the way he looked at his wife, the way he picked up the phone and said, "Oh, tesoro, I miss you." And all of a sudden, you start seeing them living their lives. And that's what our readers want.
Start your weekend with a jolt on Fox's high-voltage double feature. First, when Briscoe takes on a gang of ninjas.
Guns mean nothing to a master of the shadow arts.
Everybody will be kung fu fighting. Briscoe County Jr. Then, it awakens every 30 years and feeds on human flesh. Agent Mulder was the only one who believed it was real.
He will kill again.
Until now. The X-Files after Briscoe County Jr. 2 all-new episodes Friday starting at 8, 7 Central.
You crazy kid.
Godfathers, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Ladies and gents, Domino's presents
Domino's new deep dish pizza.
It's really something.
With an extra deep, zesty crust, overflowing with melty mozzarella, browned to the very edge.
Nothing else tastes like this.
Try it now and also get
something for nothing when you call Domino's. Call Domino's Pizza today and order a medium ultimate deep dish pizza for only $9.99 and get your choice of toppings free.
Cops, 7:30 weeknights on Fox 36.
You're gonna drive all the way up to Morro Bay.
Not that far.
Doesn't this seem kind of sudden?
No matter what your hair goes through, finesse conditions just for you.
Finesse adjusts to condition more on days you need it, less on days you don't.
Conditions more, conditions less. That's the beauty of finesse.
You've heard of finger sandwiches. Well, this is not one of them. This is a two-fisted job. Ham, sausage, or bacon, all with cheese and eggs. I think you really like it. Try it, let me know what you think of it. Taste that country goodness.
In a time ruled by outlaws, in a town ruled by fear, they weren't looking for trouble.
You touch her again, you're a dead man.
But when no one would stand up for them,
I don't let my friends get hung.
they had no choice
If your laws don't include me, well, then they just don't apply to me either.
but to stand up for themselves. Bad Girls, rated R, starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
That tea looks mighty tasty. I think I'll take a sip. Did he say sip?
Get my hand.
Lipton Original is real brewed. For the original taste, you just have to guzzle, gulp, or chug.
What have you learned, my son?
It is not wise to sip.
Certainly. Lipton Original. This ain't no sippin' tea.
When Fox asked the world's greatest skaters to do their own special, they agreed on one condition. It's gotta rock. Nancy Kerrigan, Elvis Stoico, and many more will skate to the cutting-edge sound of rock and roll. Fox on Ice, Sunday at 7, 6 Central.
There are some things you can't say on television. Tell that to George.
I'm writing you up a citation for saying 7 dirty words.
It's the episode everyone is talking about.
I wouldn't take this lightly. You could lose your license.
An all-new George Carlin show, Sunday on Fox.
Get it straight from Ricky.
What would you say to your father right now if he's watching? Why do you constantly get back together? How good was the sex?
Straight talk.
Romance without finance is a nuisance.
I did not marry a balloon. I married a 135-pound woman.
This is the ignorance that gets them nowhere.
Straight answers.
It seems that a lot of these people on the stage are speaking, but they're not listening.
The Ricky Lake Show.
Straight talk on your level.
Weekday afternoons at 5 on Fox 36.
surprised what a BMW convertible is going for these days. The new 318i.
Visit your nearest BMW dealer to arrange a thorough test drive.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Melrose Place.
So she stared deep into my eyes and said, "Hi."
Nice hat.
Nice arm, I replied suavely, just to break the ice.
What are you drinking?
Zima.
Zima. What is that? A beer?
No, it's not like beer. You see? No zuds.
Wine cooler?
No. See for yourself.
Zow.
Disarming taste.
Yet somewhat sophisticated.
She smiled subtly at me and said, "Say, what's your sign?"
Stop.
Oh, no, just what we need. Another basketball shoe commercial. Whoa, what's this? Oh, this is new. Dual airbags, ABS, leather, CD, more room than a Lexus. It's a Sonata from Hyundai?
You got a problem with that? I didn't think so.
For the aches and pains and sore shoulders of life, I keep Tylenol around. Have forever. But headaches are different. Headaches, I use Excedrin. Because Excedrin relieves headaches better than Tylenol. How do I know? They have reports and medical research to prove it, but you know what? I really don't care about all that. I use it. That's how I know it's better. I use it.
Excedrin, the headache medicine. Do not adjust your set.
You're in the game, man.
Brain Scan is in control.
Play it, Michael.
Brain Scan, the ultimate experience in interactive terror. Rated R, at theaters Friday.
Did you know that overnight you don't have to wear a pad?
You're kidding.
Not when there's Tampax tampons.
Overnight?
A group of leading gynecologists agree tampons may be worn overnight for up to 8 hours.
That's terrific news.
Tampax tampons protect you overnight by expanding 3 ways.
Really protects you.
So why use a pad that can shift and bunch at night?
Not anymore.
When you can trust the protection of Tampax tampons overnight.
2 dangerous women are coming to Melrose Place. One has returned to reclaim what was once hers.
I got married.
You're just gonna have to get rid of her.
The other taught the queen of treachery everything she knows.
Hello, Mother.
Linda Gray comes to Melrose Place. An all-new episode next Wednesday at 9, 8 Central.
Now you can put yourself in America's #1 selling minivan. The genuine article is now on sale, but not for long. Chrysler Plymouth's National Minivan Sale ends April 30th. These are our safest minivans ever. Save up to $2,600 on Plymouth Voyager, Grand Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country. $2,600 in cash back and option package savings. But the Chrysler Plymouth National Minivan Sale ends April 30th.
See your local Southeastern Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
I'd like to show you something I'm very proud of. It's a guarantee of quality. It's a promise to you that the great Diet Pepsi taste you love will always be at the absolute peak of freshness. It's a new idea called freshness dating. A date stamped right here on the bottom of every Diet Pepsi, which is your assurance that this is the freshest, best tasting Diet Pepsi you can get. So pick up a Diet Pepsi and taste for yourself.
Freshness dating from Diet Pepsi. It'll change the way you look at soft drinks.
I love a good deal, don't you? And when Goodies says they've got the lowest prices of the season, I know I'll get some great buys.
Take advantage of our best buys this season on Levi's denim shorts. Loosen up and enjoy summer in men's Levi's.
Now, the will I hold here in my hand was drawn up by myself on the 9th of August, 1825. But I find there is a subsequent will, hitherto unknown to me.
Dear, dear. Papa has been saying that our engagement must be given up.
But why? You don't want to give it up?
This is PBS.
You're watching member-supported Georgia Public Television, GPTV, bringing you the best.
Surviving the Odds, Being a Young Black Male in America Today.
I think we're looked at as those people or them, problems, no sense of direction. I think they pass off all of that which might not be acceptable, that's no good, that's not proper, whether it be crime, drugs, problem, violence in schools. They just pass it off just because of color of skin. Because maybe you may have one or two persons that might do something wrong. I might even be perceived. If I don't have a suit and a tie on my way to the bank, and I'm going down the street or in a place where people just associate skin color with something that's negative, I would get those same looks, those same views. I would be treated as one of those people or somebody who's a problem.
If you need information on mentoring programs in your area, please call 404-756-4744.
This is more than a world tour. It's world music, and it speaks to people everywhere. Now one of music's biggest stars tells his story in an unprecedented television special. Paul Simon, born at the right time.
Tonight on Surviving the Odds, the Journal presents a collection of stories from across the country. These stories will illustrate the conditions facing young black men and examine some unusual approaches to changing those conditions. Surviving the Odds, tonight at 11 on GPTV.
Next time on Frontline, on the eve of South Africa's first all-race election, can Nelson Mandela meet the expectations of all South Africans?
A black will never qualify to be my boss.
After the 27th, I would give them 2 months.
And Winnie Mandela, how much power will she have when her former husband becomes president? The Mandelas on Frontline.
This is member-supported Georgia Public Television, a 9-station network serving all of Georgia. GPTV, bringing you the best.
Good evening. I'm Maynard Jackson, former mayor of Atlanta, and chairman of the Maynard Jackson Youth Foundation. In our continuing series, Surviving the Odds, Being a Young Black Male in America, tonight we present The Journal, Parts 1 and 2. The Journal presents a collection of stories from across the country, provided by partner stations. These stories will illustrate the conditions facing young black men and examine some unusual approaches to changing those conditions. 2 of these stories will feature Atlanta radio station WVEE's What's Going On with host Ryan Cameron and Antonio Rico Hayes, a junior at Columbia High School in Metro Atlanta, in his quest to assure himself a college education and a respectable life despite the odds against him. The Journal, Parts 1 and 2, in our continuing series, Surviving the Odds, to be a young black male in America today.
Funding.
Just another night out with the girls? Don't you believe it when Jessie Norman salutes her heroines of the opera stage. Join Jessie Norman as she becomes some of the great women of history and makes a little history herself. Next time on Live from Lincoln Center.
Baseball superstar Jim Palmer shares his secrets.
This is going to be loose.
As we apply science to baseball, running, and climbing mountains. We try to predict who will get sick in the Alps and who will be the world's fastest sailor. I'm Alan Alden. Join me as we explore the science of sports next time on Scientific American Frontiers.
Next time on Nova, the world's best athletes, but did science or skill make them so good? At the Olympics, computers are tougher than judges on gymnasts. Can the flume turn this swimmer into a record breaker? Using a laser, this shooter can even regulate his own heartbeat. World-class athletes are getting better and better. Can science build a champion athlete? That's next time on Nova.
Stay up to date with the Nightly Business Report, weeknights at 7 on GPTV.
the best. This is GPTV, Georgia Public Television, a member-supported broadcast service of the Georgia Public Telecommunications Commission. GPTV reaches 96% of Georgia citizens through a network of 9 stations.
This program
Kinds of good things on them, like cheese and pico de gallo.
takes after me.
And after my good old grandpa pays a check.
He always lets me keep the change.
Of course, he's got a lot of his grandmother in him, too.
Is that my dollar?
Nope.
Cheers, 7 o'clock weeknights on Fox 36. Watching Fox, the new home of the NFL.
Previously on Melrose Place.
The absolute worst is when you get one right there.
Johnson & Johnson introduces...
You know what's worse than a zit? Yes, the stuff that gets rid of a zit.
A maximum strength pimple medicine.
I mean, it's just crusty, flaky cream.
Clean and clear invisible blemish treatment.
You can't even wear them in the daytime. You have to wear them at night. You have to wear them at night.
A pharmaceutical formula fights pimples.
You don't want to draw attention to it.
For invisible control, day and night.
They come and they go. And I want them to go far away.
Clean and clear and under control.
The critics are calling With Honors wonderful, funny, heartwarming, entertaining.
Yes!
Thoughtful and evocative. Joe Pesci is magnificent. A must-see. With Honors, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, April 29th.
Taste the sound, you can hear it. Feel the crunch, lift your spirit. Get the scrunchiest feeling of a Nestle Crunch.
Calling collect. You've got options. You can dial 0 like this guy.
Hi, Mommy. I rode on the plane all by myself.
Did I mention you'll be charged as much as you possibly can for this call? Or you can dial 1-800-COLLECT. Here's how it works. Dial 1-800-COLLECT. Yeah, I just saved you some cash. You're welcome. Love you. Called Mom Collect, huh? You know, you could have saved up to 44% by dialing 1-800-COLLECT.
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Every woman is looking for the perfect fit.
You bet.
That's why Tampax tampons give every woman a personalized fit. Unlike pads that can shift and move.
Who needs that?
Tampax tampons really fit your inner body, so they're more comfortable. And they give you maximum protection by expanding 3 ways.
No pad does that.
So no matter what pad you use, it will never give you the personalized fit of a Tampax tampon.
It's the fight that could break up their engagement.
You started it.
How did I start it, Martin?
Talking about I'm short, Gina. When I sit on the toilet, my legs swing.
An all-new Martin Sunday. Regine and her boyfriend love to gossip.
Ooh, it's Beavis and Big Mouth.
And Sunday,
When Kyle reaches his romantic peak, my brother stutters.
they'll expose everyone's secrets.
I trust you all can keep this to yourselves.
Maybe we will. Maybe we... Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mark Curry guests on an all-new living single.
Have you ever borrowed a book from thousands of miles away? Across the country?
Just ahead. Take next exit.
Without stopping for directions?
Alternate route 101.
Or sent someone a fax? From the beach? You will. And the company that'll bring it to you. AT&T.
A refreshing new way from Seabreeze to wash your face. New Seabreeze facial cleansers. Toner and astringents, too. The tingle tells you they're deep cleaning. Seabreeze and beats just cleaning. Seabreeze.
Wow, you still have a Triclins, the conditioning color enhancer. It's subtle. It just gives your color a kick. And there's no commitment. Lints washes out and 8 shampoos. 8 is great.
Lints by Clairol.
Give your color a little kick.
Yo, Dwayne, you get my quarter pounder with cheese?
It's in the bag with my Big Mac.
So did you get 2 orders of fries?
You know I did, girl, or you be eating mine.
Hell, you know how I love them.
I know, baby, I know. How was your day today?
It was good, actually.
So, can you pick up dinner? You know, I suddenly got a taste for McDonald's fries and the Big Mac. Yeah.
What you want is what you get.
Pogue has a little problem.
Amigo.
He can't remember who he is.
I'm a tough guy.
He could be a famous anthropologist.
This was one of the people who laughed at us. Or was it?
A world-renowned animal trainer.
Rusty.
A major league pitcher. Or the world's greatest lover. Clean Slate. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 6th at theaters everywhere.
Open your hand and smile.
Bright, happy colors.
And M&M's kind of smile.
Delicious milk chocolate.
Open your hand and smile.
The Simpsons Centennial Celebration continues with another classic moment from The Simpsons.
Kids, I'll never forget our first adventurous camping trip. It was a living hell. You're alive! And buck naked.
I'm not the only one, homeboy.
What? Ooh, Jungle Man.
Look for more classic moments all week and help celebrate the all-new 100th episode of The Simpsons tomorrow on Fox.
Peter loves Kathy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hungry?
Elliot loves Emily.
Are you saying you're ashamed of me?
Everyone there is bringing their children. I'll be dating one.
And Tommy loves anyone he can.
Hey, Vic.
Hey, yourself.
What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
And when two women fight, it's usually over a man.
Her husband is going to walk through that door at any second. Peter?
Tom?
Elliot.
How many more guys you got out there?
The Favor.
We'll laugh about this when we're 90.
Rated R. Starts Friday, April 29th.
Extra sugar-free gum has extra long-lasting flavor, that you know. But extra reduces the risk of cavities, that you may not know. See, after you eat, pH levels in your mouth plummet. That's when plaque acids can cause tooth decay. Chewing neutralizes those nasty acids and brings pH levels back up, helping to keep your teeth stronger. The longer you chew, the better it works. So extra means long-lasting flavor and less risk of cavities.
Start your weekend with a jolt on Fox's high-voltage double feature. First, when a ghost haunts the Old West, who you gonna call?
Briscoe County Jr.
An all-new episode. Then, so young, so innocent, so evil.
Explain how an 8-year-old girl can kill 2 grown men.
Is this child possessed by the soul of a brutal killer? They're killing me! An all-new X-Files after Briscoe County Jr. Friday, starting at 8/7 Central.
From wedding bliss, why do you object to this marriage? To throwing fits.
You don't mean
on the next Tricky Lake.
Tomorrow at 5 on Fox 36.
Full tilt television!
Weeknights on Fox 36.
When it comes to hair care products, Drug Emporium has something for everyone. More brands, colors, and sizes for every different kind of hair you can possibly imagine. And even some you can't. Drug Emporium, saving so big you need a shopping cart.
Hurry in for Drug Emporium Cart Stuffer Specials. Get $2 off any Clairol hair color. Buy select Russ Calvin generic brand hair care products and get a free generic Clinique lotion. And get deep discount prices on Vanderbilt's new fragrance, V.
Saving so big, you need a shopping cart.
Cops, 7:30 weeknights on Fox 36.
Here's what happens when most car makers talk luxury. Too much car for way too much money. Luckily, there's Toyota Tercel DX. 2-door, 4-door, one price. Which gets you air conditioning, 4-speaker stereo, and all this other stuff. They call it the extra value package. I call it saving up to $650. You'll call it the right amount of car for the right amount of money. And it's a Toyota, because in the end, the best luxury is peace of mind.
Those 2 all-beef patties.
Thomas, and Thomas. I'll connect you.
That special sauce.
Thomas and Sons. One moment.
McDonald's Big Mac.
The Thomases.
It's so tempting.
Tom's.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Hi, Judy. Any calls?
Things will pick up after lunch.
You're looking at processed hair, dry, damaged hair, baby fine hair. You're looking at the healthy, shiny results of using one of the new line of Pantene Pro V treatment conditioners every day. Pantene Special Pro Vitamins improve hair deep down. So now with all you do to your hair, you can make it healthy, shiny Pantene hair. The new line of Pantene Pro V treatment conditioners for hair so healthy it shines.
Get the hair you were meant to have.
Tomorrow, celebrate The Simpsons' 100th episode with a one-hour presentation. In the past 99 episodes, Bart has pulled some wild stunts.
Hey, Brooke.
But what he does tomorrow will put him down in history.
Everything's under control.
Catch The Simpsons' 100th episode, a one-hour celebration tomorrow at 8, 7 Central.
Well, here's all you need to know. What? Class is nothing before 11. Beer, it's your best friend. You drink a lot of it. Women, you're freshmen, so it's pretty much out of the question.
What happens when America's most innocent freshman...
Prepare yourself for initiation.
...meets the people of the pit?
Heads up!
Works for me. PCU, rated PG-13. Starts Friday. Theaters everywhere.
Hey, baby, how would you like to win $5,000? Yes, you. Tune your radio to 94.1 Star 94. You'll hear today's best music, and you could also hear your first name. If we announce your first name Thursday morning at 7:30, and you're the 94th caller, you win $5,000. Listen tomorrow morning at 7:30. We could pull your first name. You could win $5,000. Listen for yours to win $5,000. Tomorrow morning at 7:30 on Star 94. Because everyone has a first name, baby.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Melrose Place.
Well, our story is going to be different in one way because it's going to be the truth, double-checked, triple-riveted, nailed down, and fact-checked till the hilt back here in New York. They underline every fact and every story. We jam in as many facts as we can. It's a style that not every writer can handle. Like the stories, the pictures have to be packed with information, and the captions have to be packed with information. We go in every nook and cranny and pack in all the information that we can in each story. This is what we do. We deliver the goods.
It's time to drop everything and rush to Payless.
Why? Is the whole store on sale?
Yes, even leather.
Yeah, but how much can I save? Like half?
Exactly. Buy one pair, get the second pair half price.
So I can pick out any pair I want.
Your choice.
And get a pair for her for half price?
Right. But the Payless buy one pair, get a second pair for half price sale ends soon. So hurry.
Watch me.
Why go to the beach? Just to get beached.
Plunge in to Nessie. Plunge in, plunge totally
into the pure, clean taste.
Why just get a little bit wet? Plunge in to Nessie. Plunge in totally. Plunge in.
It's Nestle Crunch Universal Studios bars with scrunchous chocolate designs. Crunch into King Kong. Sink your teeth into Jaws. Blast Back to the Future. Get all 10 Nestle Crunch Universal Studios bars.
How many ways to make a collect call do you need? It's too complicated. Time for a collect call recall. Forget about
1-800-OPERATOR.
or
1-800-COLLECT.
AT&T has a better way. All you need is 1-800-CALL-ATT. Dial it every time you make a collect call. It's new, it's simple. 1-800-CALL-ATT. One number. The lowest price for a collect call. Only from AT&T.
Your true voice.
Now that Kimberly's back in Michael's arms,
You stay the hell out of our lives, and you won't get hurt.
she'll do anything.
And as far as the Washington Post goes, you know, they sat on this story for about 6 weeks. And Paula was asked to do an exclusive with them. And the reason we went with them, we were told by some people that basically they were aggressive toward sexual harassment, given the allegations toward Senator Packwood. And So we answered all their questions, and they dug into Paula's background and my background, my finances, Paula's family, and they sat on it. And it really infuriates me. I thought they only censored things in third world countries, and I can't understand it.
In this most recent interview, Paula reveals her thoughts about what happened to her on May 8, 1991, as Bill Clinton sent an Arkansas state trooper with the governor's own invitation for her to immediately come to see him.
Well, I was surprised, and I kind of talked it over with my coworker, and we didn't have any reason to believe that we couldn't trust him, so I agreed to go on up to the room and meet with Mr. Bill Clinton. I got to the room, and Governor Clinton, he opened the door to meet me, and then we proceeded to go on in, and he started to unloosen his tie. I didn't think really anything about it. It was a room that did not have any beds in it. It had couches and stuff like that. It was more like a meeting type room, and we were just chit-chatting, and I had asked him about Mrs. Clinton and the things that she had been working on, and he had asked me about my job and how I liked it and who my boss was, and I told him, and we just kind of chit-chatted, and then he leaned over before I could even realize it, and he was wanted to get my hand, and he pulled it over and was trying to pull me over towards him, and I backed off, and I said, I want to get away from here. I do not want to do this. And it was okay, and I walked away, and he got up and walked over. He leaned up against a wingback chair, and we were just chit-chatting. I always tried to talk about something else to get his mind off of whatever. And he mentioned that he liked the way that my curves were on my body, and he liked the way that my hair went down my back, the middle of my back. And then he tried to lean over, and he started to put his hand up my leg, which it happened so fast, and he tried to kiss me on the neck. It happened so fast, but he tried to bend over and kiss me on the neck as he was putting his hand up my leg, and I backed off. I said, I don't want to do this, and I said, I think I need to be going.
I watched this most recent interview in horror as Paula described what took place during that meeting with then Governor Bill Clinton. Here are some brief excerpts of what she had to say.
I was sitting there, and before I knew it, Bill Clinton had gotten up and dropped his pants and sat down beside me with his pants to his knees, and I was so stunned. And Bill Clinton asked me to perform oral sex on him, which I declined, and I jumped up, and I told him I needed to go immediately.
Last week, I told you about a reporter named Michael Isikoff from this newspaper, the Washington Post. Michael was suspended for 2 weeks because he argued with his editors when they refused to print his investigative story, well documented, about Paula Corbin Jones and what then Governor Clinton did to her. I revealed to you last week that Michael Isikoff is not a conservative. Philosophically, he's a liberal. He works for a liberal newspaper. In the past, he had broken some very hurtful stories concerning George Bush during his presidency. But this liberal reporter had thoroughly researched Paula Corbin Jones and her husband's backgrounds and their finances and their family, their entire story, and they found it to be all credible. And here's what happened according to Paula's husband.
We opened up to the Washington Post because we felt that this was a story that needed to be told, and that if they wanted to push this thing further, we were going to be as open as we could with the Washington Post. And 1 week went into 2 weeks, and 2 weeks went into 3 weeks, and it went on and on. We got a telephone call about 2 weeks ago, and Mike said they were ready to put the story out, and they were going to go to the editors and present the story to him. And Mike told Paula that as far as he was concerned, that he believed Paula, and that he thought the story should be told. And so the next day, we heard that Mike got suspended from the Washington Post, and there was a big fallout between the editors of the Washington Post and Mike. You know, this is what I can't understand. The media jumped on this Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas deal. I mean, just right from the jump. I mean, they tore into that guy. And Senator Packwood, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me, I may be wrong, but I believe the Washington Post even broke that story. I believe Mike Isikoff is the one that's working on Paula's story, is the one that broke the story with Senator Packwood. I don't know. I really don't understand why the media's been sitting on this.
The Washington Post investigative reporter Michael Isikoff completed his story, finished his research, was about to turn his story in to his editors, and then, in professional courtesy, gave a call to the White House for a comment by the president concerning his version of the story. The White House press representative then reportedly called the Washington Post editor, asking that they kill the story. Over the angry objections of Michael Isikoff, it is reported that the